My name is Irina. Welcome to my channel and my studio and my gigantic book of ideas number 4. Now, I'm not quite sure what the order was of my books of ideas. I don't know it anymore. Which one? Maybe I should put numbers on them, okay? Maybe next time. I believe this one was the last one I made. I'm not sure, but those are my 4 books of ideas. So I don't think there are doubles of ideas in there, but they are all full. So let me tell you, there is a lot of junk journaling ideas out there because I feel that much. And I'm going to start my 5th one. Oh my God, look at this. Hold on, look at this. Those are all ideas. Now this one you will not see from this side, but you can see from this side. They filled. They're full. And I have videos on 99% of the ideas, and I have flip throughs through all of the journals. If you want to see, you just go to the Gigantic Book of Ideas playlist, I guess, or you can type in Fun Life on a Budget, Gigantic Book of Ideas, flip through, and then you will get to the flip throughs, or Gigantic Book of Ideas, Fun Life on a Budget, and then you will get to all the hundreds of videos. Okay, there is hundreds. Now the cover is pretty simple, and I kept all of my covers, as you can see, very simple, because I need to be able to use them quickly and to put them into a shelf quickly, and I don't want anything to get stuck or whatever. And truly, I don't want to be working too much on the cover. And this one, I really wanted to work with jeans. So there you go. My cover. Let's look into it. I have made it for a long time, so some of the ideas I don't even remember anymore. So I might be finding it out with you. See, this is just jeans, and then there is cardstock inside. See, very, very, very simple. But we're not here to look at the cover, right? We are here to look at the ideas. And I start out, it's not in order, like the videos are, but an idea was to have a hole and to use a card, and just to kind of use it in a different way. And I just stuck this piece of paper. This is book page, and I wanted her eyes to be here, so I ripped the hole in the way. And then on the back side, same card, but I put just a flower and a different sentiment on there. So this is just a picture, so it can be visible through here. Okay, and then I wanted to remember to use Tim Holtz dolls. Do you call them dolls? I guess so, people. And I barely ever used them. I had them for years. I barely ever used them. And then the idea was to just use them as like pockets or tuck spots for something. Maybe that would be good, because I am on a no-buy challenge and I'm trying to use up stuff that I have. And I have so much more stuff than I can ever use up. So apparently there's that. Now this is like a puzzled pocket. As you can see, those are just little pieces that are stuck together. I stapled them and you get a pocket on a page where I stamped on the sides and just fussy cut around, so it's basically a page decoration, right? Now I will say those ideas, most of them are not mine. They are inspired by somebody. There is so many wonderful people out there that have amazing ideas. I don't know if they are inspired by somebody else. Mostly it is like that, right? We're inspired and we kind of create our own. But yeah, I don't want to talk too long. Most of them I do not remember where they came from. If I remembered in the video, I probably said so. I know that this was Roxy's creation, her weekly challenge, one of her challenges, and she made this envelope where she just, do I want to untie it? Yeah, sure. When she just did this, and then you can put, there must be 2, no? Oh, I don't know. Did it get stuck or did I just not? Oh, yeah. So you can put ephemera or whatever in there, and then you just use your little string here. Why did my string unstring? Whoa, what? I forget. I absolutely forget. Oh, I remember now. This was stuck See, I've done it long time ago. So this was stuck here. Yes. And then you just use the string. And then you just, yeah, I remember. This I made years ago, so forgive me for not remembering. But I'll figure it out, you know, it's not that hard. Okay. And then here is basically two ideas. One is to just put a different side, like a piece of paper, onto a piece of paper, so it's kind of collaged, but not really. You know, you just stick it something different on top. And this one was drawing with my left hand, you know, because it seems to be better than my right hand. I'm right-handed, by the way. And then just make little marks and, you know, just, I don't know. I wanted to remember that I can just put a picture like that in there and it's going to look different and be something different, right? Here the same. There is a different kind of side. Do you call it side? Border? Probably border. English is my third language, so I apologize. Now here I stamped on fabric and I wanted to stitch here, and then I made it into a pocket, and I thought I need to remember this, that I can stamp on paper, on fabric, and that I can actually make stitches, and it's like, it just looks good. Now my butterflies that I have sewn on top of a baggie, and they are just sewn in the middle and layered, and it looks amazing, doesn't it? I don't think I kept this bag open as a pocket. No, I don't think so. Now, never done this before. A pocket with a lace. And here also some little hanger piece. This is just a die cut. And then you stick something on there. You stick a word on there and you can hang it from the side and it looks so beautiful. And then there is a pocket, lace pocket. Never made one, you know. And in the pocket, I do have this. It's a picture that I embossed and then sanded off a little bit, and it's just different. I barely ever use my embossing folders, and then, you know, there's an idea on what to do with them, right? Another idea of how to make a little flower. This is super old. I made it a long time ago. And here I used the strips that you get from your paper pads. You know, on top of them there are always strips, and they are not part of the paper pad because there's like this perforated line, and you know, so I want to know what to do with those. So I put them onto an envelope and I just made a pocket out of it. And here is just to remember that I can make journaling cards with swatches of watercolors. You know, how pretty is that? I love it. Once I made it, I made so many watercolor swatches. I just loved the process, I must say. Now here, an envelope. Do we have something in here? I think we have a booklet in here. Yeah, I just wanted to remember that you can make, this is a card, a playing card, and you can just make a simple booklet with a simple closure. Right here, it opens up and you put a couple pieces of paper in there. And this is a playing card, as you can see, and then you just wrap this around and you hang like a charm on top, so it's a little heavier and it gets stuck in there and it's closed up for you. And always looking for ways to use envelopes. This is just a little flip out right here where you can write on. And my friend sent me some, I don't know what you would call this, it's not really lace, but if you take some trash and you just truss it and whatever and you just sew it on top, look how cool it looks. And you get a journaling card, and here you can journal on the envelope itself. I thought that was cool. I made it so long ago. It took me so long to make this journal. I just realized, you know, because a lot of those things I don't even remember anymore. This is just your little tea bag, you know. This is the packaging that the tea comes in, and then I used the tea bag itself and I glued it onto a picture, you know, with some distressed glue, so you can stick it in there. You can write in the back, by the way, and then you can stick it into the pocket. You can close it up, and it's pretty. It's just a little tea bag with a little tea bag inside. And this I made a long time ago as well. Oh, let me get like a card or something so I can, oh, I hope this is good enough. This is a pocket, and this I don't think these are pockets. These are just, oh yeah, these are just, you fold them and then you connect this with little layers of whatever. So this way you get a pocket inside, and it's a pocket in the back right here. And then if you fold this in front, it is a tuck spot. See, and there's another flower like I had before, but this is just decorational now. Okay, beads on a piece of jeans. So I don't forget that I can stick, you know, stuff on top of somewhere on a page. And that was, I don't use beads usually, and I made quite a few of those because it was so fun. This one I made years ago, but I have decided to finally add it to my book of ideas. Those are just envelopes, and one is bigger than another, and each of them is like a pocket, as you can see. You know, it's like a waterfall envelope thing. And if you use the same piece of paper, it kind of looks like one picture, if that makes sense, right? And then inside you can put whatever in there. So it's pockets, 1 pocket and 2 pockets and 3 pockets and 4 pockets, and it's like waterfall, right? Now this is the other part of the bag, and here I used an envelope that I wrapped around. Basically this comes out to be a pocket, but this opens up, I think twice. Yep, you can open this twice, and then you can just write so much on it. You know, and it's a junk mail envelope, as you can see, right? So I glued this part of the pocket shut so it stays in there, and this one I left open so I can put, I have a lot of plastic packaging, and I stamped on it. This idea is somewhere else that you can stamp on it, but I also used my heating tool to try and make it look, you see, it's kind of crinkled now. And then I also hung this from here because this is also a piece of packaging that I stamped on, but it crinkled so much that, you know, it just turned into nothing, which again turned into some kind of a charm, which I loved so much. I needed to have it in here. And this goes into this little pocket. And then also I just wanted to remember that I can use the plastic to just put on top of pictures, put a little bit of alcohol ink on it, and use it in this way. So just remembering what we can do. And I just watched a show, a documentary actually, about all the waste we have on Earth, because we consume so much and throw away so much, all the plastics and all the clothing and everything and anything. And I was thinking like, oof, at least we try. I know we don't do a lot, but at least we try to reuse things, right? To still make something out of things, so it doesn't end up somewhere in the ocean or whatever. It was terrible. The documentary, I didn't even finish watching because I got upset, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I'm getting anxiety. Okay, then what do I have here? I have, what is this? Oh, it's an envelope. Oh yeah, I made an envelope from a printable and a piece of acetate inside. So basically the printable part is, you can see it here, or when you open it and want to put something in, and the white part is on the outside, and it has a pocket on top of it. I believe it was one of Eva's from Bohemian Crafting, but I could not say it for sure, okay? Because it's been a while. It has been a while. And then you just clip it, or you can glue it or whatever. This one is photo corners. So you can take it out. You can write in the back and hopefully stick it back in. I don't have many photo corners. I just had these, and I don't even know where I got them from. But I was excited that I had them, because this way I can remember this, right? Okay. I don't use my embossing folders enough, so I told you this. So I made just, you know, I embossed a piece of paper, and it's kind of a tuck spot now, which is cool, isn't it? So just need to use our stuff. And this is a journaling card. Hear that? I love it. I love the sound, I love the feel, and it's just different papers like shipping paper and book page paper and a little bit of tracing paper. And she is actually an author from a book, which was in the back of a book. So I just ripped her out, and there she is. She is a journaling spot now. And I think it looks cool. think it's a good idea. Okay, I don't know. Nothing is on here, which is interesting. Oh, there is. I know what happened. There is the paperclip. I found the paperclip and I didn't know where the paperclip went. Okay, so this one is like a ticket holder. You know, you can just put tickets on there, collect your little tickets if you go somewhere, and you have like a memory journal or whatever. I thought that was a cool idea. And then I used my dies, which I rarely do. And piece of packaging, again, plastic right here. And this is just like a pocket with a ton of different things that you can write on. And this was clipped with a paper clip that I made. And it's just some fabric wrapped around the paper clip. And I have sewn it, and I have put some buttons on top of it. And I believe this is supposed to go here and hold this. I firmly believe. This came in our trash. No, mail. Nothing comes in our trash. It just goes into the trash. It's just trash, basically, right? But I coffee dyed it, and I just made a little hole, and then put a little die on top and a little gear here, and it's a flip out now, you know? And I thought it's just, you know, look how pretty it is. And then when you open it up, you get the girl, which I thought is a cool idea too, to use like a die cut and something as a, I think she's completely glued as a pocket, right? Or as a tuck spot. Yeah, she can be a tuck spot or a pocket like this. And I liked it, you know, it's just something different. I like different stuff. Okay, then last page of this signature, you see, a little bit crooked. Excuse me, I'm sick. Like I said, I did swatches a lot, and then I swatched onto fabric, and it bled out, which is fine. And I, you know, just wrote the color names on there, and I made it into a little belly band pocket type of thing. But I wanted to remember that I can also do it on fabric. And here it's just a frame, and there's a little bit of tulle, and I wanted to kind of make her pop because it's a printable, and I rarely use printables, and I would like to kind of make them different somehow and not just printable, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but I thought that looks really cool. There's like tulle here. Okay, now I have this big pocket here. Let me open this up. Oh. First of all, it has all of these little things. You can collect whatever from your desk, and if it's small enough and it fits onto like a ball pin or something, you can just make it hang. And then it looks pretty. You know, it's a decoration. Okay, this one opens up all the way. So I made them, these are like pockets when they are stuck here. These are like pockets. But when you take it out, it opens up and you can write from all sides, you know. It's just made to look like a pocket. And I stuck this in here, so I know it's a pocket. I know it's a pocket. And then I made this little trifold because I thought that was cool. You know, you can just open it up and write on here as well. Maybe your little Valentine's message, you know, for the people you love. And then you use your paper clip once again, and you clip it on the side. You could also glue it from one side. It still would open, you know, if you glue it from this side, it would still open and you could write on it, you know. But I thought, why waste the backing if we can just have it everywhere, right? The writing space. I mean, this is for writers. For writers. Okay, let me push this. Oh, I did it the wrong way around. Of course I did, because all of the hanging stuff is supposed to be in front. Okay, girl, just like that, just like that. Next page, this is an oatmeal package, which I just flipped around or turned around, and now it does open up. As you can see, it's oatmeal, and it is a pocket right here, and it's just decorated with some beads and, you know, a little piece of ephemera, and then I just stapled it because you cannot glue it to a page, okay? This cannot be glued, the other part of the oatmeal, like the inside, you cannot glue it with anything. Maybe you can, but I couldn't, so I just stapled it. And then here, it's like your little botanical, when you go somewhere and you take a picture of something and then you write down, this is what it was supposed to represent. Like somebody was collecting something and then writing about it. And I thought that was cool. This goes right in here. Okay, my little fabric flip, which I love because it has a journaling spot. And it has a little, which I think is a mermaid. Okay, I know she's not, but she kind of is. I don't know if you can tell. And then I have a little charm hanging here, and I have just sewn around it. Now here I tried, it's a wired picture basically. You see, I just took a piece of wire from Dollar Tree and I put it around the picture, and then I'm not sure, I think I used glossy accent or maybe crystal glaze, I forget, and I just put it all around. And now it's like hard and it's cool. I distressed the picture in the back. That's why it's so dark, you know, because I wanted it to look a little darker. Now this is an idea too. I forgot her name, but it's an envelope that she took and kind of, you know, there's the second part is later on. And then you get a pocket and you get a pocket, you know, from your envelope. And this part you can decorate. And then here in the pocket, this is such an easy idea for a journaling spot. You know, you just decorate the front and then open it up and you can stick it into the pocket. And this is nothing, just so I know that this is a pocket. As you can see, more watercolor swatches. And I wanted to remember that all of my offcuts from die cuts that I do have can be something. They don't have to be tossed. So I made a pocket out of it. You know, I just stuck a card in there. And then this paper, I wanted to remember that I can take big pieces of paper and I fold them. And this way, I get a pocket. I have something in my pocket even. You see? A huge pocket for something. Oh, these are the offcuts again from paper pads. You know, and I just woven them. Oh my god, such a hard word. And I stuck a picture on top, and you know, it's your journaling card. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of paper pads and I have a lot of those strips, so gotta use them up somehow. Now here I used acetate and I stuck all of this stuff onto the acetate, and I kind of made the pocket out of it. You see, there's a journaling card. And this is acetate, right? And it's just decorated. But when you stick a pretty journaling card in there, it stays visible. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, you can still see it. It's not hidden in a pocket. It's visible, but it's still a pocket, okay? Moving on. What did I do here? I did a couple charms. I wanted to remember that I can hang a few of them. You know, it doesn't have to be just one charm. I took a piece of fabric, and I twisted it so it can be a belly band, which I thought was an amazing idea. And then here, oh, I made this paper clip with the wax seals. I was trying to figure out what else can you do with them except just making your normal wax seals. So I stuck one on the paper clip, and this is a journaling spot that is made into a tag, and it's a huge one, so you can write a lot on there. And then let me stick this one back down. Now here, just leftover paper, and I punched it and made it into like a little, if you want to give a little bit of thread to your friends, or maybe you want to have some swatches there. Maybe, you know, you have some threads from a certain project that you don't want to forget. And I thought it was so cool because you can just make it yourself. This is not a die. This is nothing. This is just, you know, I believe I just punched and I cut through and I got this. I don't think I have a die like this. Okay, I have a hidden pocket here, which you can open up and you can put your stuff in here or write stuff in here if you use different papers. And then you just close it back up. if you can, if I can, right here. And it's done. Oh, this doesn't need to be here. I just put it here so pages stay together for my next one. But here, what do I have here? I wanted to use doilies. Don't use doilies enough. So I kind of stuck them in here. I actually, oh my God, I forgot the word. Stapled it so it becomes like a little tuck spot. I have a ton of doilies. I don't use the doilies and it's no good. Now here I wanted to remember, and this I added recently, that you can actually, you know how you make like your scrap ruffles, but you can also make scrap fabric ruffles and then decorate them with something. And then some of them could be pockets, because mine is a pocket now, you know. Somebody sent me this, so I added it so I don't forget that I can also make like bigger tickets and it's writing spots, right? Now this tag, where is it? Right here. It's just for me to remember to laminate. You see, it's just a leaf from a plant I have at home. And if you just staple it on top, you can actually hang it like this. So you have writing space and decoration on one side and decoration on the other side, right? Excuse me. And this is the second part of the doily, which is the same tuck spot, which is cool. One doily, two tuck spots. I have to hurry up. On this one, yeah, she flips up. And I put her here because I used the frame here with the plastic, as you can see. And whenever you see the flower in here now, and then if you flip it from the other side, you will see her. So that's why she is here, right? Now, more strips of paper from paper pads, right? And it's like a top pocket now. And this is just to use frames. I have a bunch of frames as well. Somebody sent me this paper clip years ago, and I have exactly the same die. So I just wanted to remember that I could make one if I wanted to. Another frame here. Now I have, see, this holds it shut. And I have a little flip up envelope where you can stick something in there. And this is a tuck spot. I wanted to remember to use fabric ruffles because it's easy, but I forget. And there is another one. See, I tried to figure out what to do with all those wax seal things. Didn't I have something? Where did it go? Where did the paper clip go? The paper clip was like, okay, I'm out of here. And then here, wax seals. It's just like your little charms. You can use them as charms as well. Okay, this one, I didn't have a real, I don't know what you call it. You know, when you make pictures back in the days, you would bring them and they will give you these negatives, I guess they are called. And then I didn't have a real one, so I made myself one. And then I just hung some pictures from fabric because I do like interactive, like loose stuff in my journals, if that makes sense. More ideas on how to use my dies, because I have so many dies, don't use them. A little pocket right here, and it's made with the same dies that are stackable. Now here, this is if you have like a shallow pocket here, but you want to stick something in here and you don't want it to fall out. This is just a little string here that holds it in place. You can take it out, or you can just keep it behind the string. You see, it's gonna stay in place. Now, I do make a lot of book page ruffles, but I never thought of putting a piece of ribbon on top. So I did, so I don't forget. And then I just hung something from the bottom. I'm like, why not? You know? And I believe this is the second part, yeah, of the pocket that I showed you, but this one is empty. Now, this one is cool. I love this one. It's just a picture, right? But it is actually a pocket here and another pocket here. I don't think I made one on top. No, I only made two. Isn't it cool? And if you don't put anything in there, it's just a picture, right? But I put the card in there, so I remember that it's not just a picture. This is the second part from the envelope that has the same pocket right here, the same pocket here, where I put, oh no, I think I have sewn it. Oh, yes, I have sewn it. It's okay, we can rip it, we can rip it, we can rip it. Can we rip it? Oh. When I was sewing this, the whole thing, I have so, oh, now it looks even funnier. Look, It's sewn with my sewing machine. Just for me to remember that I can actually draw. No, I can use watercolors, and those are just blobs, right? But they look like flowers now, and I made it. And I wanted to remember that I can. Okay, my circle. Oh my God, it's a little hard to hold. I don't know how to hold anymore. My circle tags and pockets for the circle tags. I made 2 just because 2 fit here, right? So it's easy peasy to make. And then in the back, we can stick stuff in. And this is another idea that I can actually frame a picture. I don't have to use like a card like this that comes, sometimes they come in paper pads or whatever, you know. You can elevate it, if that makes sense. So I wanted to remember that. This is an idea. This is just a card. And I wanted to remember that I can just use a scrap, a ripped scrap, and if I glue it a certain way, it becomes a pocket. So I did. You know, isn't that cool? And here, using frames again, I did make a little shaker. You know, because both frames from Temu long time ago, haven't used them for anything. There you go. Oh my God, it's been 30 minutes already. I'm trying to hurry up. Okay, I have a lot of circle principles, and I never know what to do with them. And you see what I did here? I just stuck them onto a piece of string, and now they became a belly band. And I stuck them onto a piece of paper, which is a pocket now. And I think it's amazing, right? Now, carry on. This is an envelope. Old envelope was sent to me by somebody. And I just ripped it apart and folded it in a weird way. So this became a tuck spot, you know. And then you fold it back in, kind of. I just stuck a little... oh my God, I forget words now. Stamp on top, but this is also a pocket. So basically, you know, we get a lot of envelopes. Just unfold them, fold them in a different way, decorate them a little bit, and you get a pocket and a lot of writing space. And maybe even a tuck spot, okay? That has been a long video. But this book has so many ideas. I found this, I don't know where, but it's magnetic. And because it's magnetic, I stuck a magnet there, and now I can, you know, just put the card there. See, there's a little magnet. And I put the card there. And this is a, excuse me, junk mail envelope, which I made into like a pocket plus a journaling spot lid type of thing. You know, I thought it was funny. And this is a big pocket in the back. And this is here, and I should have done it here because then the card would not slide too much. But you know, I wasn't thinking. All I was thinking about is this is magnetic and I can use it. So I actually put a paper clip in here too, just to hold it in place. But the idea is there. I can always build up from there, right? Now here, I love this one. This is a pocket for a tag. And the tag is this, and it decorates the pocket, and I just love it. And it also has like a pocket in the back, right here. But I love how the butterflies are the actual decoration. It takes a second to push it in, but they are the actual decoration for the pocket. I just love it, okay? Now here, cards. Again, I have so many playing cards, didn't know what to do with them, made a pocket. Made a pocket. Cool. I love it. Another way to use your wax seals is, of course, on a letter. And I wanted to fold the letter in a certain way, just so I remember. And I even stuck a little bit of something in there, just to remember that, you know, you can put stuff in there, you know? So, and then it's all writing space right here. Now this somebody put a piece of jeans on a paper clip for me, and I wanted to remember that, hey, I can do this. So I stuck it into my book. I didn't make it myself. But this one, all the different stitching on the book page, I love that. And see, I just love that. It gives it something completely different. I also made a paper clip out of a rusted wire. by just basically bending it. So easy, nothing special, but it holds things in place, as you will see. Let me put this back on first. And then here, if you have a picture, a photo or whatever, you can just pimp it up by putting some stuff on top and sewing there, you know, it's just gonna look different. And now my self-made paperclip is holding stuff. You know, it's just kind of wrapped, I would say. If I could see anything, hold on. I just told you it's holding stuff, and I promise you it is, if I can see where I put it, right there. See, it holds stuff and it rested. It's all it's supposed to do. Okay, my movable belly band right here. I thought that was cool. I think in my video when I made it, I said who inspired me. And if you wanted to, you could also stick something in here. And then I have so many stamps that I made a journaling card using the stamps. You see? How cool is that? I thought it was cool. Okay. What else is in here? Oh, use stencil and then send it. So the stencil went on the bottom and then sending on top. Just to remember that you can use stencils in different ways. Imagine that. You know, somebody comes up with all these ideas and I don't know who, and it's just amazing. And here, I forget, I wanted to remember to laminate. You know, you can just laminate some. This was from an antique shop in a book, so I think this is very old. I don't know for a fact, but I think so. And it's just your little decoration for whatever. Same here, it's a ribbon that you just fold and, you know, you can make a belly band out of it. Isn't it amazing? It is amazing. Now here, this is purely decorational. I just made a knot on top, and this little clip here holds the butterflies, purely decorational. But also, it kinda is a belly band because it also holds this, right? And then I wanted to remember that I can also put ribbons like on the sides. I have a lot of ribbon. And, you know, any idea on what to do with that, except for your usual stuff, I appreciate. I need any idea I can find. Okay, but this is kind of a belly band. You know, I wouldn't stick a lot in there, but some things. This is a movable card. It's just there to be pretty. You can write, of course. What am I doing? You can write on here. I don't know if you could write in the back. You could fold it. You could, yeah. You could actually fold it and then fold it back. And then this one is holding this guest check, which I made with a little pocket from shipping paper here. And I wanted to remember that I can just stick Tim Holtz flowers somewhere on top. I don't have to be a Tim Holtz designer to be able to use his stuff, because a lot of people make a lot of amazing stuff. And then I feel very, like I cannot do anything. Does it make sense? So I will cut the flowers out, and I like the flowers, but I don't know where to use them because I feel intimidated. So I wanted to remember that simple things are good too. You know, you can just stick it onto a piece of paper and it will look pretty. Okay. Belly band with, wanted to use my doilies once again. And I made the belly band with a piece of fabric here. And also using my doilies, and I have a die cut like this, a die like this. I made a little booklet, just, you know, in case I will ever use my dies. Now this one is just a flip up, which I thought was cool. You know, just looks pretty, and you can write your secret messages underneath, and it's like interactive, which I love. Now this one somebody sent to me, so I didn't have to make it by myself. And it's just, you know, you glue it down and then you can just move as many out as you want and write your messages on them. And I thought that was cool. Now this, I made this one. You can untie it. Once again, a way to use ribbons. And then write your message here. Tie it back up if you can. I sometimes can't. I have trouble. with my hands, so they don't listen to me, but sometimes they do. And this becomes your like little belly band, but I would stick something thicker in there. And this is a top pocket, so you can use it in many different ways. You can just leave it, you know, if you can tie it more, what would you say? I don't know the word. However, you can stick, if you stick more stuff in here, it's gonna stay in there. If it's just one card, I just did it so I remember that it's a belly band. Now here I wanted to remember that I don't have to put things straight. I can just, you know, put them in crooked and I'll be good. And then I also put a die cut right here. I kind of just sewn on top, so half of it is looking out and, you know, the other half is here, and it's just different. What else? Oh, the same piece of book page that I had over there, and it was all sewn. I just made it longer. Let me take this off. See, I just put different cards on top and I made it longer. And then this one became a little tiny pocket right here. So this is just to remember that if you have something short, you can glue more pieces on top and make it long. Okay, does it make sense? This was made for me, but I wanted to remember it's just a simple envelope where you can stick something in. And then you fold it up, you decorate it, maybe a little bit of lace or something, and then you can just clip it, which I thought was amazing. Now these are oatmeal packages, and they unfold. This one I didn't decorate, so you can see it's an oatmeal package. But all of them are bags, and not bags, pockets, right here. And then I wanted to remember that I am an artist. So I tried watercolor flowers, I guess, and I wanted to remember that I can do it. So I stuck them all in here. This is a belly band, by the way, because they were all sewn with fabric, and then I decided I leave one like this. And here's a thing from Amazon, which I'm thinking, hey, maybe you can make something like that. Maybe you can build up from this. Maybe it can be an idea for something. So I stuck it in here. But this is just like, oh, where did it get stuck? You know, you can just unfold it, put a lot of stuff in there, and then fold it up, and it's done. Here's another junk mail envelope, which is just half of it, and you fold it over, you glue it down, you get a pocket here, you get a pocket here, and I wanted to remember that I can actually use mixed media for my cards. I made this very long time ago. And once again, look at that, there is another frame. And this time I just stamped on a piece of paper, you know? And how cool does it look? I think it looks amazing. Okay, this was just a bag that was supposed to go into the trash. You see it has like this paint stains on it, but I made a little shaker out of it. And it kind of covers up this, where I can open up like that. And there is a tiny hidden tuck spot in there, you know. And you can see the flowers a little bit through the darkness. And let's say through trash, you see prettiness. I don't know how to explain that. And I just wanted to remember that you can sew on top of the bags. You can do whatever, glue something, you know. Just reuse some plastic. This is just a simple, whatever I found, I have sewn on top. And I think it looks so cool, right? It's just your simple decoration. And the last piece is a die cut. Again, I wanted to remember that I can use bigger die cuts like this just as pockets. You know, I don't need to put plastic on there. I don't need to do anything because it works. So there is that. My last idea in this book. And I think my last idea in this book was actually this pocket. Because whenever I made this, I realized that it's so cool to have a pocket in front of your book, because you can stick so much stuff in there if you wanted to. You know, you can make it full. You see? You can make it totally full with whatever you want to. And if you like to watercolor and you made a journal for watercoloring, you can stick all of your brushes in here or whatever, and it makes it cool. Okay, and then I just wrap it, and I'm done. So this is my book of ideas, gigantic book of ideas, number 4. I think it is gigantic. It took us 45 minutes to go through it, okay? I try to put as many ideas in here as I can, because I don't want to end up with 20 books that have like only 10 ideas each. So all of them are full of ideas, just full, as you can tell, and I believe all of the ideas are different. This might have been my first one, second one, third one, not sure. Maybe, like I said, I should put like a number on them. But then again, I don't care. All I care about is sometimes I make a journal and I'm stuck, and I can just open a book of ideas like you see. I put some papers in here because I was like, ooh, when I make my journal, I would like to make this. Let's see what it is. Oh, look here. I would like to use this die, not forget. This is when I started to make my journal. And I like this, you know. Maybe I should use this in my journals. I get my own ideas from my own book of ideas, okay? How cool is that? I think I'm yelling because I'm getting all excited because I love it. I love to see all the ideas. I made them all, you know. It's like, it has been a long time in making. I don't know. I probably worked the whole year on this book now. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, there will be more ideas because I still have more ideas. So I'm going to make another book of ideas. I'm going to cut this off while we speaking. Okay. There will be another book of ideas coming, and I will be making it right here with you. And I don't know, I might end up with 10 or 20 of them. It depends on when the ideas are gonna end. Never ending ideas. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I love it. You know, when I started, I thought that one big book would be enough, but turns out there is too many ideas in this world. So I have my cover here where I stick all the papers in, and it's empty now, and now I have to fill it up again and make another one, and I can't wait. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and creating and having fun, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.